I want to point this out again so people get it. You see here, this is a group that I like called Yes. This is one of their older albums from 1975 called Yesterdays. Okay, so they always had weird artwork like this. But if you notice, this is a woman. Here's a leg here. Here's a leg here. There's her tits are right there. And you notice the butterfly right there. You notice that it's black. Okay? Drop the fucking butterfly means MK Ultra or Project Monarch. It doesn't mean any of that stuff, you dipshits. The butterfly goes back to the old Babylonian cult of worshiping the woman goddess. It has nothing to do with MK Ultra. I don't know who the fucking stupid cocksucker is that started that frickin' rumor. Probably the same one that told you the world was going to end in 2012. Probably Dabu 7. The bottom line is, all of this is associated with one story and one story only, where it picked up from the beginning, the part where we got it. See, we're like Star Wars. You're getting part of the story, but not the whole story. But the part of the story that we can see all revolves around the same Saturnian thing. We're not getting the story prior to all of what we know now. This butterfly doesn't mean MK Ultra or Magic 12. It represents the old Babylonian cult that goes back to the worship of the woman, the whole Lilith, the female Saturnian whatever. There's only one story here, guys. It's not that hard to figure out. It's not that hard to figure out. You can make a gazillion videos. There's only one story. The thing is people keep trying to make more stories out of one story, and you're using bits and pieces. Hollywood does it all the time. Religion does it all the time. Every religion has truth in it, but it only has bits of it. That's why it's a fractal reality, because we only have bits and pieces of a reality, not the whole thing, the whole story. So when you see this butterfly, it doesn't mean MK Ultra mind control. Oh no, that means mind control, you idiots. How many times have I seen that stupid shit? It's the old story. It's the same story. It's the same story that will be tomorrow that was here yesterday. Nothing will change. That's why it's a black butterfly. Sometimes you'll see a colored, multicolored, like a monarch. It isn't Project Monarch. It's just the different colors. It's like a rainbow-colored fucking butterfly. It represents the same thing. If you go back and you watch the Simpsons episode where Bart Simpson became a butterfly in one of his little fantasies in his head, and he started a fire, and in the process he said, no one ever suspects the butterfly. Not because it's MK Ultra. For fuck's sake. It's the same story that I've been trying to tell you guys over and over and over and over and over. It's not that this stuff isn't that hard to see. There really is no mystery. When you understand the part of the story that we can see, there's only rediscovering of the same story within the same story. You're not going to discover anything new outside of the story because you can't. Because it's just like a record, like I showed you guys in the other video. You can't take that needle and sit it on the outside of the record and expect it to play something. Or if you had a CD disc and you have 25 songs on that disc, you won't find a 26th one because it wasn't written. It's not available. There is no Project Monarch. That's bullshit that they made up to cover this up. That's you just have to just understand. Pretend like we're in Star Wars, okay? And we're under the rule of Darth Vader. Okay? And then you got the people that are the rebels that are trying to overthrow this. So that's kind of, you're kind of like the rebel when you investigate this stuff, because you're trying to figure it out. But we're under the rule of Darth Vader, who's what? He's Saturn. He's the bell. but he rules everything. With the Death Star, which would be Saturn, symbolically. There's only one story. So, you know, the jig is up. All your religions, all your governmental facilities, all your schooling. That's why when you graduate, you wear a black square on your head and a black gown. The churches all have Masonic structures and symbols embedded within the church itself. It's only one story. And so you can see it right here. Get away from all of this crazy MK Ultra and Magic 12. What do you think Area 51 is? It's Area 6. Agenda 21 is Agenda 3. It's all telling you the same freaking story. Magic 12. Oh, that's magic. Right? Saturnian Magic 3. Magic 12. It's supposed to be this fucking ESP shit or whatever the fuck they were talking about. That's why this whole thing is a joke, because it's just one big ass story. You can live a normal life within it once you can finally grasp it. It doesn't gotta drive you nutty or nothing. I mean, I got over that. You know, I got over that a long time ago. You're not going to change nothing here. Trust me. Because it's this code just keeps recreating. So there's no way to stop it. Like you think you're going to have this great awakening and you're going to stop this. You won't stop it. You can get educated to what it is. See, let me put it this way. If you go into court, you will never win by fighting the system. What do you mean? If you don't fight the system, you can't fight the system. But what you can do is you can learn how to work it and understand how it works. And that way you can find ways to get around the system. You'll never beat it head on. It's too big. But once you understand how it works, then you have some actual power. The first thing you need to learn is that it's one big story. And it all stems from the same thing. And then when you see these things happening in the world, then you can shake your head and laugh. Because you know that it's all orchestrated. Did the kids at Sandy Hook get killed? Something happened to them. Was it orchestrated? Absolutely. Gene Rosen and all of that crap. You know, like I said, your heart should tell you there's something wrong with that stuff. The butterfly. The old Babylonian cult worshipping the woman. Because the woman gives birth. And that's the greatest thing that they'll worship forever. Because it's the closest to life they're ever going to have. That's it. That's it.